Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Let us move up to our heavyweights. Let's move up to all that. We got the Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder negotiations back in the day. Remember, we had the circus going on and the negotiations didn't happen. Remember? Now, Anthony Joshua got a fight coming up this week against Alexander Povetkin. Cool. See how that goes. Right? But you had one of the legends. One of the real legends. We call him the real deal. Evander, the real deal Holyfield. Sometimes he gives his opinion about the Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder fight, if it ever were to happen, right? And so an updated version of what he said of late was this is a 50-50 fight, including the purse split, okay? Yeah, he thinks it's a 50-50 fight in the ring. He feels Deontay Wilder is faster, and Joshua going to have to watch out for that 1-2 from Wilder because it comes quicker than people think. But he says it's split too, 50-50. He don't think nothing else no more, right? 50-50. And what he means by that is like, what people fail to realize, because people have just closed shop and just won't listen. But he has the WBC belt. That's the most prestigious, and people know that. But to say it again, and he's been the champion longer. This would matter to Evander Holyfield, right? So those are things that are feathers in his cap already. But he goes on to say, and he's fought everybody they put in front of him, right? A lot of people try to say he hasn't fought anybody, knowing that we keep repeating it, that the fight that Josh was about to have, Povetkin, the two-time doper, he was going to fight Povetkin, and Povetkin was dope. So he tried to fight Povetkin, among others, right? Ortiz too. We didn't have to. But we all know that. So these are things that heavyweight legends, they add into their equation, right, when they're talking about these guys. They are talking about 50-50 now because if Anthony Joshua fights Deontay Wilder, like say soon, then Deontay Wilder would have came out of that Tyson Fury fight. So once you start adding negotiation to Deontay Wilder trying hard to fight Anthony Joshua and that $50 million that everyone knows about now, right? And you combine that with the win over the lineal champ, then Deontay Wilder's going to come in there and talking 50-50 for sure. So whatever. And let's make sure this is clear before I talk about Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua ever. Me personally now, it does not ever have to happen anymore. Because what happened, happened. For me personally. It's not like I'm going to still be hoping that Deontay Wilder continues to try to fight Anthony Joshua. For me, he's already tried hard enough. He doesn't have to ever answer any more calls. I hear something else is on the table. Dillian White's offer is more. Eddie Hearn, you're just talking against a wall. I can guarantee you, guys, that that's how Deontay Wilder is thinking. He said it already. And most of the time, if I say something that Deontay Wilder is thinking, 95% has to come true, hasn't it? Let's be real, right? He's not talking to Dillian White, and he's not talking to you guys. In my opinion, you don't never have to talk to him no more, right? 2 years ago, well, doesn't have to. Let's see, you don't need Joshua. How long do you chase a girl, right? I'm the you got one shot kind of dude, right? You ain't gonna get stalked or I'm gonna keep trying, right? That's it. You know what I'm saying? At some point you lose respect. So he's tried hard enough for Joshua. Let Joshua do his thing. So me personally, doesn't have to happen. So I'm not going to sit on here, hey, what's up with Joshua anymore? Done. We've done enough. Whatever. Handle your business and maybe one day, whatever. But I ain't thinking about you or your April 13th date. That's what Deontay Wilder is. You don't ever know how Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury go. Maybe that's a close fight and they can have a rematch. So you don't know anymore. The chance was then. Done deal. Done deal. About to generate $100 million, and no one cares about it. There's no outrage from England talking about why is he fighting Povetkin, and Povetkin was a dope fighter. Anybody standing in front of WBA, the building, picketing, striking, like what are y'all putting Povetkin in the way for these negotiations when we know Deontay Wilder just signed a ridiculous contract for $15 million? Ridiculous. And he signs and then that happens. Was people standing outside? Nobody is really, they didn't want it. So at that point, do you think I'm going to still be caring about that fight happening? Won't happen here. But let me tell you something. Holyfield says 50-50. And Lennox Lewis was saying 60-40 at the initial negotiations. Lennox Lewis was saying 60-40, right? And now that was before Joshua didn't accept $50 million and if Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury, then it goes from 60-40 probably to 50-50. So guys, get ready for the 50-50 if we're ever gonna talk about it again. And we're gonna hate on Deontay Wilder. Well, anyway, right? But we're gonna hate on Evander Holyfield. We're gonna hate on Lennox Lewis. Don't let me. Remember that Yankee lineup I did with all the people from England who's been saying up? It's David Caldwell, Tyson Fury, everybody, right? So it's a whole lot of people. So this basically you add to your list of people you gonna diss, right? Because this is what Holyfield is saying, and it is what it is. Now, when we're going forward, you gotta think about this, right? You gotta think about the fact that we're about to have the Anthony Joshua Povetkin fight, right? And we were trying to get the fight before. Now we're talking April 13th. They've made the place bigger for a fight that they were hoping would be at your boy Deontay Wilder. But if you can't fill this place with the mandatory, then the April 13th probably better be Deontay Wilder. Because listen, you're probably not going to fill it up with Jarrell Miller. Right? You probably not, because look who's Jarrell Miller is trying to fight. He's gonna Thomas Adamic, right? And he wants to follow that up with Manuel Char. If you fight both of those guys, does that make somebody pile into Wembley? Right? Now Dillian White got the grudge match popping off, right? Got the grudge match popping off. Dillian White fought last month. He gonna wait till April? And the last thing people seen from Dillian White was him damn near knocked out from Joseph Parker. If that fight would have went 30 seconds longer, that's the last thing they saw. So maybe some people are like, hey, man, what fight Joseph Parker again? So Dillian White would probably even have to have another fight before then. Something where he can look dominant in. Maybe that Chisora rematch and beat the hell out of Chisora, or something to give people something to really want to flock to that fight. You're going to have to do something. It's not going to be what it is right now. And y'all done made Wembley Stadium even bigger. Good luck with that. I'm with Holyfield on this one. And add a fact, and if they ever come to the table again, because I'm going to repeat it, I don't care. He does never have to fight Anthony Joshua again. I lived through Lennox Lewis not being able to fight Riddick Bowe. I can take this one too. But then, do you remember something never happens though? Riddick Bowe's name is never, ever in front of Lennox Lewis's. Not coming from me. And so until they fight, Anthony Joshua's name will never, ever be in front of Deontay Wilder's name. It's the same thing. Fair enough? Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.